And we welcome you back into the Davis Event Center on this second night of December. ICC comes into the night with a 1-4 record. Lawson State on the road from the Birmingham area. They're 6-2 on the year, and they will be here inside the friendly confines of the DEC in this non-division matchup as both teams making their way over the respective benches. We're getting ready to go as the girls' game just finished up a thriller down the stretch for ICC. The Whitney Watkins hits a three-pointer with about 15 seconds remaining in the game. ICC trailed by 6 points with 1:13 to go. They fight back and win by 2. I'm Jordan Smith alongside Adam Gore. Adam, already been a good night here inside the DEC.
Absolutely. It was a big ball game there for the Lady Indians. ICC going to try to follow suit here in the nightcap. Let's take you to the floor for tonight's Coca-Cola starting lineups.
Jefferson, and guard, a 6-foot sophomore from Dorsett, Texas. Number 0, Marcus Jefferson. At the other guard, a sophomore from Humboldt, Texas. Standing 6'2", number 4, is Sonny Clay. At guard, standing 6'6", a sophomore from Stockton, New Jersey. Number 24, Brandon Hampton. At guard, a freshman, standing 6'4", from Columbia, Georgia. Malik Tyson. And at center, standing 6'7", sophomore from Alabama, Kevin Page. And now, the starting lineup for your ICC Indians. At guard, a freshman from Provine High School, 85 number 0. At the other guard, a sophomore from South Carolina, standing by the line number 1, Always 6'4", sophomore from the University number 3, At guard, standing 6'6", freshman from Atlanta, Georgia, and High School, number 5, Tyler Smith. And rounding out his 25, standing 6'6", at guard from Highfield High School, number 10,
As the starting lineups of the night's contest, we'll go over those one more time for you. Lawson State, the Cougars, as we mentioned, from the Birmingham area. They'll start Marcus Jefferson at a guard, 6-foot sophomore from Louisville, Texas, averaging 6.5 points per game. Yosani Clay leads the team with 11 points per game. He's a 6'2 sophomore from Tomball, Texas. The 3 guard will be Malik Tyson, averaging 9.5 points a game, a 6'4 freshman from Lithonia, Georgia. The power forward in the set will be Brandon Hampton, 6'6 sophomore from Scotts Plain, New Jersey, averaging 5 points per game. And the center will be big number 31, Kevin Page, 6'7 sophomore there out of Birmingham. Flipping over and looking at the starters from ICC, Rodarian Pendleton will draw his first start of the year, a 5'10", 145 freshman from Provine High School in Jackson. Kendricus Carlton, a 5'11", 165 sophomore from South Panola, will be the other guard in the set. Trevante Doolittle, 6'4", 165 sophomore from Hughes, Arkansas, will draw the start for the Indians. And then in the post, Antoine Porter, a 6'6", 195 freshman from Valhalla, and Tyler Smith, a 6'6", 220 freshman from Atlanta, Georgia. And you'll notice there, Madarius Hobson's name not mentioned. He's out again tonight, dealing with a little bit of an injury, Adam. So first off, ICC's going to have to figure out how to make up for the production you lose from Madarius Hobson, who's averaging 16.5 points a game. Yeah,
he missed the ASU Mid-South game. He was hurt the previous game before that when he fell, kind of sprained his wrist. So most definitely, yes, every game's important, but when it's non-division game, division play starting on Monday, you want to make sure he's 100% whenever it comes to division play.
Lawson State will control the opening tip. They'll control that out front with Marcus Jefferson. Jefferson's going to go left side and try to dip one in, and there's going to be a quick foul called, a hold against ICC.
Yeah, I believe that one's going to be on Porter. Yes, it is. Antoine Porter getting the start tonight, and he's picked up his first foul of the contest.
So you can immediately see there on your screen a major size advantage for Lawson State, a 6'6 and a 6'7 in the post.
And if I'm not mistaken, they've got a 6'10 sitting on the bench right now.
That's correct. Inbounds pass goes now back to the inbound passer. Three-point basket from Jefferson, no good out of the corner. ICC controls the rebound. Back up the floor. Tyler Smith has it, left wing, kicks inside, pass deflected back out to Trevante Doolittle. Doolittle will reset, 18 seconds on the shot clock, kicks left to Tyler Smith. Smith, again, looks for somewhere to go, kicks right to Porter. Porter kicks back over to Rodarius Carlton. Carlton with 8 seconds left, gets it for the first time in the hands of Kendrickus Carlton. Carlton dribble drive, gets one up, and is fouled as he attacks the rim with 4 seconds remaining on the shot clock.
Well, that's what you got to do. You got to move quickly, move without the basketball, attack this size, and when you do get them inside like that, go attack it and see if you can draw those fouls and see if you can get the big guys in foul trouble.
So the sophomore Carlton from South Panola will go to the free throw line. Shooting it at about 55% on the year. He'll have an opportunity to break the scoring column for the Indians. First one up off the right side of the iron, no good.
Well, we saw a lot of misses from the free throw line in the first game of the day, and not a good start to the contest there for the Indians.
The Indians as a team shoot it just a hair over 68%. 19-18 to go here in the first half, no score. As Kendrickus Carlton, second free throw is up, it rattles around in and good, but we had a whistle. Going to change the foul. So initially it had gone against Kevin Page, the center. They're going to change that, though, to go against Yosani Clay. Clay leads the team with 11 points per game, the sophomore out of Tomball, Texas. He will get the first foul. Now he has the ball, swings it near side over to Malik Tyson. Tyson swings back over that side to Clay. Clay from way downtown off the front iron, no good. Rebound controlled by Tyler Smith and the Indians.
Yeah, really surprised that they've settled for 2 quick three-pointers in the contest, considering the height advantage they've got so far.
Tyler Smith dribble drive foul call. That'll be a charge. Just a little bit out of control. He fires it down inside. Got the pass off the basket. Would have been good from Trevante Doolittle, but Smith will be called with a charge.
Yeah, tough break there, but good job standing in there, standing strong and taking that charge.
1-0, ICC on top, 18:50 to go in the first half. ICC is going to stretch out that man-to-man defense. Clay has it about 35 feet away from the basket, rolls left, pass deflected out by the big man Malik Tyson, but he'll control it. And they're really stretching the floor with Tyson and Page early on. Nonetheless, 6'4" and 6'7", playing way off from the basket. Pass goes into the corner to Clay. Clay, pump fake, dribble drive, now kick up top of the key to Marcus Jefferson for 3, and it hits the bottom of the net good, and Lawson State takes the lead.
Yeah, another three-point shot and a big-time knockdown shot that time by Jefferson. 3-1 now, Lawson.
So Rodarian Pendleton will control the point for ICC. Man-to-man defense is the look. Pendleton dribble drive, now kicks to the elbow to Tyler Smith off the back iron, no good. Rebound fought for and controlled by the Cougars. Cougars in a hurry down the near side of the floor. Jefferson comes back right, handoff pass to Clay. Clay trying to get leverage around the right side, now pass back 23. Tyson for 3 off the back iron, no good, but a put-back jam. Now that's Yosmani Clay, the guard, averaging 11 points per game, and he gets the rebound and throws it down.
Yeah, and that's one thing you're probably going to see a lot of tonight in those situations, was the fact that when you shoot those long threes, a lot of time you get those long rebounds, and that time it was a long rebound with some authority.
Tyler Smith, a little bit out of control, puts one up, no good. Rebound by Lawson State. Here they come in a hurry. This is Jefferson up the right side again, kicks to Clay for 3 off the corner. It hits nothing but the back iron, no good, but rebound fought for, controlled, and an easy layup by Kevin Page, and Coach Grant Pate is going to have to burn a timeout. Well, ICC led it 1-0, but that's the only point they've got. 7-0 run from Lawson State. 7-1, Lawson State on top, 17:15 to go in the first half. This is ICC basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawama County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Back inside the Davis Event Center, 7-1 Lawson State lead over ICC, 17:10 to go, as the Indians take the basketball and try to set something up on offense. Still looking for their first field goal from the floor. Trevante Doolittle kicks over into the corner. 3-point basket off back iron, no good. Rebound fought for and controlled by Lawson State. Now again, they like to get out and run in transition. They do it again. Big pass down the lane at 31. Kevin Page with a one-hand jam.
His 4th point of the night comes in emphatic fashion there as he throws that one down. Nobody in the paint there for ICC.
ICC has struggled to get back defensively in transition so far tonight. Good pass inside to Doolittle. Doolittle forces one off the iron. It rolls in and out, not there. And again, rebound controlled. And here comes Marcus Jefferson, the point guard. Kicks over in the corner to Clay. Clay looked for the three, decided against it. Now passed all the way across the floor. 3-point in and out, not there from Malik Tyson. And now ICC has it out, wants to run.
ICC needs a basket in a big, big way, and that might be a little bit of an understatement.
Coach Pate says slow down just a little bit. A little bit of a track meet taking place as Lawson State, an athletic bunch from across the state line over in the Birmingham area, take a 9-1 lead with 16:10 to go in the first half. Rodriguez Clayton dribble drive, and somehow he forced that one in. As he's falling down to his right side, he fires it in up off the glass. It goes in. Kendrickus Carlton into the scoring column.
Yeah, he's got all 3 points tonight so far for the Indians.
So slowed down possession time, everything a little bit more under control now. Lawson State. They keep stretching the floor with the big man, Malik Tyson, 6'4", and he's playing on the wing out here. He keeps getting his hands on the basketball, though. Now pass goes inside. That's going to be a foul and a charge. That's going to go against Brandon Hampton. As they try to get it to him in the post, he swings that right arm into the chest of the Indians, and they take the charge and get the basketball back.
Yeah, that's what you're going to have to do tonight. You're going to play big, you're going to play physical, but you're going to have to play smart defensively, especially when you give up all the height that ICC is giving up to this Lawson State team. That was a play right there. Somewhere, Coach Norris actually smiling after that charge was taken.
ICC walks the ball down the floor, kicks it right side. Javante Doolittle works it back towards center court. Going to kick over to Pendleton, and Pendleton to Carlton in the corner. Carlton dribble drive off right side, kick Pendleton, now back to the corner to Doolittle. Doolittle starts right, comes back left, and it's cut off. We'll have to kick it back up top to Rodarian Pendleton. With 7 seconds on the shot clock, they reset. Pendleton dribble drive right, spin back left, tries to force one up, and it's blocked by Marcus Jefferson, and the Cougars hold on to the basketball. So here comes Malik Tyson up the right side. He's going to get it to Yosmani Clay. Clay for three off the left wing, no good, and rebound by Kendrickus Carlton.
The ICC, you can't allow them to take those open shots. A lucky break there that wide open of a three did not find its way through. ICC needs a basket again here.
Pendleton finds Porter off the right side. Pass trying to get it down low to Tyler Smith, but Porter fights back for it, gets the ball back, and put up a 2-foot shot, could not finish. And Lawson State gets it back into the hands of their point guard to reset.
Yeah, I think he was trying to avoid the charge that time as he turned around, saw a player right in front of his face. Was able to try to kind of check up a little bit that time. Unfortunately, couldn't get the shot to fall.
Malik Tyson, a fadeaway shot from about 20 feet out, no good. Rebound by ICC, and they're going to come up the floor again as they got some guys ready to check in on the scorers table with 14:15 to go. They trailed 9-3. Smith post up, tries to go inside, not there. Fights back for the basketball. He's double teamed right there at the baseline. Whistle called, and it's going to be a jump ball.
Well, you saw the biggest problem there. He was in trouble. What did the rest of his teammates do? They stood around and looked. Yep. You've got to come help him out. Find the open spot against when you see a double team.
Essentially, he's in a triple team there. He's got a guy in front of him and behind him, and then he's got the baseline he's dealing with to his left. And he's looking for some help to go get the basketball. Did not find that. As for the first time tonight, we'll see Brandon Brown check into the game for the Indians, as well as Shamar Brown. So the Browns, one from White Station, one from Olive Branch, check into the basketball game for ICC. Javante Doolittle inbound it all the way back to Tyler Smith. Smith looking to get the ball back to Javante, and they do so. Kick right side to Antoine Porter. Porter dribble drive, kicks pass inside to Shamar Brown, and an easy lay-in for Shamar Brown. Good job by Brandon Brown to get the ball to him there off the right side.
And that's what you got to do. A team that likes to block shots and be aggressive defensively like Lawson State, you just make that extra pass and get those easy layups.
Lawson State again trying to stretch the floor with the big man. They'll let Marcus Jefferson have it off right side. He dribble drives, kicks into another big guy, and the ball is blocked out of there by Shamar Brown. Good defensive possession. ICC fights for it, and they got their hands on the basketball.
And a foul.
And a foul, yeah, it's got to go against Lawson State. They dive in there at the ankles. Brandon Hampton, the sophomore out of New Jersey, will get called for the foul.
Well, I've got that. It's his second foul. And it is the case. Team third foul here. Another substitution coming in for ICC. Rance Champ. Now, this is a guy, Rance, he's got some range, and when he gets hot, now he's a streaky shooter, but when he gets hot, he can really start to stretch that defense.
He'll sub out Kendrickus Carlton. Carlton with his third start on the season at the point guard spot. He'll get a breather. With 13:30 to go in the first half, Indians trail 9-5. Javante Doolittle will slide over into that point guard spot, and Adam, they're looking for some movement. They got it inside to Shamar Brown. Brown works to the left side. He just powers one in off the glass. Nice move there by Shamar Brown, who's checking in off the bench for the first time this year.
He's got 4 points, makes it a 2-point contest.
Jefferson works it, now gets off left side, and that's number 3, Jakari Jackson, who gets a little help from the iron, a little help from the glass, and gets one to roll around and go in. And that's some points for the Cougars. They hadn't broke the 9-point mark in a while, but they finally force it out to 11-7.
Yeah, it looks like the Cougars have also kind of gone with their smaller lineup on the floor right now.
Doolittle works it on the far side. Now he's going to kick back Tyler Smith, top of the key, and just a lot of standing around offensively. As Coach Pate's in front of us here. He says move. Shamar Brown fires one up from deep. It's no good and controlled again by Marcus Jefferson. Jefferson, a point guard who really attacks the glass and likes to push it out in transition. He fires a pass over into the corner, 3-point up, no good from Lawson State, and rebound control by Shamar Brown.
Well, Lawson kind of reminds me of that old school Kentucky team. It's either a 3 or a layup, nothing in between, and that's the tactic they're going with so far.
He got that athleticism, and it shows here on the defensive end as well. Tyler Smith, top of the key, motioning for something to happen down underneath the goal. Shamar Brown flashes out. Now he kicks back over to Brandon Brown. Brown, 35 feet from the basket, works left side, dribble drives, tries to get one up, and they're going to say he's fouled as he goes up. Nice move, way to dribble drive in there by the freshman out of White Station High School in Memphis.
That foul whistle number 31, Kevin Page.
Team's 4th foul of the first half with 11:58 to go. Lawson State on top 11-7.
Well, you talked about their big man earlier. Well, here comes their even bigger man.
Jonathan Dorsett Morris, sophomore out of Waller, Texas, stands at 6'10", and he's going to check in, and I bet you he's going to be somewhere close to where this inbound pass comes in.
Yeah, he's every bit of 6'10", too.
Pass comes into Tyler Smith. Smith off the glass, no good, fights for the rebound, puts it up again, no good, and finally the big guy down low is able to get that rebound.
We saw that a lot with the Lady Indians in the first game of the night. A lot of close, high-percentage shots, just couldn't get them to fall, and that was another case there for the Indians.
Jefferson dribble drives, no good, but the pass kicks out here off the wing to Jakari Jackson, and he's able to knock a 3 in. Just a blown play, a good defensive possession. It ends up in the wrong man's hands, and he drills a 3 in your face.
5th point of the night for Jackson, 2nd three-pointer for the Cougars.
Tyler Smith with the basketball, top of the key. Kicks off right side to Shamar Brown. Brown looking for some movement down low. Kicks back out to the left side to Rance Champ. Now Champ dribble drives, goes to the basket. They're going to say he's fouled on the floor.
Well, tough to say that was on the floor because, I mean, he immediately put his arms up. And, of course, a lot of times you kind of don't get the benefit of the doubt, and I think that was one of the cases there. But he was obviously driving to the basket. Substitution in the game now, as this is going to be Mitchell into the contest. ICC just trying to find somebody that can get something going offensively.
That foul will go against Marcus Jefferson, the point guard, his first of the night, 5th personal for the Cougars. ICC tries to inbound from the near side of the goal. Kicks out top to Rance Champ, and now it will be Rodarian Pendleton who'll take over to set it up. Got 2 screeners up top. Shamar Brown gets it off right side. Now pass off deeper to the right side to Rance Champ. It's in and out, not there. Rebound controlled by Lawson State, and they push it down the floor in a hurry. Now there's 3 from Jakari Jackson again. Back iron, no good. And rebound, man, good job by Shamar Brown fighting with a big 6'10" man under the goal to wrestle away the rebound.
Yeah, I was just about to say the same thing. Great job being fundamentally sound, finding him, blocking him out, and getting the easy rebound.
Pendleton looking for a screen off the right side. Didn't get much help. Kicks it back to the screener, Shamar Brown. Now Brown gives it back to Pendleton. Brown back off the right elbow now. Looking for a screener. That's what he's looking for, some help. Brandon Brown now takes the basket, pulls up from the free throw line. Back iron, no good. Pass is tipped, and it goes out of bounds. They're going to say it is off Lawson State.
Well, again, not a lot of movement without the basketball, so it's really only 2 guys moving offensively for the Indians. You got to create some movement away from the basketball to try to find some open shots.
Looking for some help from a screener especially, and just have not been able to set that screen to get enough separation. His inbound pass comes from the far side all the way out to Shermontis Mitchell. Mitchell gives it back to Pendleton, and Pendleton will set something up out from the circle. Brown fakes the screen. They kick it over into the corner to Brandon Brown. Back to Pendleton, back to Shermontis Mitchell off the left wing. Now inside to Shamar Brown, tries to go to work against the big man. Spin move, falls to the floor, kicks it out. 3-point basket goes up, hits the bottom of the net from Shermontis Mitchell. Well, that's one that just kind of ended up in his hands in a situation where they had to get a shot up in a hurry. And Mitchell's able to bury the 3-point try. Yeah, that's his first 3-point, excuse me, no, that's wrong. That's his 3rd 3-point basket of the year.
I'll tell you what, that was a big one there. The shot clock was down to 1 second.
Good defense here from ICC as it ends up over off the near side wing with Yosani Clay. 3-point no good, and rebound fought for and controlled again by ICC.
9:35 to play here in the first half.
Brandon Brown works it from the near side wing. Now Shamar Brown, 3 off the wing, off the back iron, no good. And that shot's looking for some air under it, Adam.
Yeah, I'd say laser of a shot, but you also got to follow your shot that time if you're Shamar Brown, instead of running back and expecting the ball to go in.
Marcus Jefferson controls it right here in front of the ICC bench. Shifts it over to Jakari Jackson, the sophomore out of Jersey Village, Texas. Holds it, and they're going to reset now.
A lot of guys out of Texas on this Lawson
Absolutely.
squad.
He calls for a screen, gets it, fires a pass over into the corner. And I tell you, Coach Pate nearly caught that one over there. Came right at him. Good job by the head coach of the Indians. Get out of the way of that one.
Yeah, showing off them quick hands over there was Coach Pate.
14-10. Lawson State leads a low-scoring affair. 9:04 to go in the first half.
Really thought, I'm kind of like you. I look up and I see it's only 14-10. Feels like this game should be mid-20s, maybe even creeping into the 30s right now. But, yeah, very low-scoring contest.
It's been a defensive struggle so far as two very athletic teams have gone at it, but especially on the defensive end. ICC tries to get it inside to Brandon Brown. He goes up against the big fella, and there was definitely some contact, but he altered the shot, falls out of the rim. No good, and Lawson State controls the basketball.
Well, I like what the big man did that time. He put his arm straight up in the air. Yeah, he did leave his feet, but not a whole lot of contact, and not enough to warrant a call, I should say.
Tyler Jones with a skeptical pass, but Lawson State holds on to it. They're able to dribble drive off right side, lots of contact.
Oh.
And they're going to call a block. Well, sometimes you can get that player control foul. They could say he's just completely out of control, and they'll call it against the offensive person. But they'll say that time that Shamontis Mitchell was in no way set, and they'll call him for the block.
Yeah, so looked like a pretty good situation there for ICC to draw the charge. Instead now, Lawson resets with 20 seconds on the shot clock.
Inbound pass goes to Dorsett Morris, and you know they have not used him a whole lot on the offensive end. He's got it down to the post, tries to work it down. Nothing there, though, and he kicks it back out top of the key. Now Jakari Jackson, the lefty, for 3 off the right wing, no good. The rebound is fought for, tipped out of bounds by ICC, and will gift Lawson State with another possession.
Well, one thing we've got to keep an eye on here, there's a lot of physical play right now between Antoine Porter and Dorsett Morris, and Morris kind of gave Porter a little forearm shot on that previous possession and gets that hook shot, nothing there. But you got to keep an eye on that and don't let things get out of control.
ICC with numbers out in transition. They go up for the layup, some contact, do not get the basket to fall, do not get the call, as that was Antoine Porter. Now in transition back the other way, pass is turned over, and the track meet is back on, my friend.
Yeah, anything you can do, I can do better here, and right now it's not looking too clean between these two teams. ICC wants to slow it down. They only trail this thing by 4.
Shamontis Mitchell off the left wing. Has it and will pull up for 3, and it's going to hit off the front iron, no good. Rebound easily controlled by Lawson State.
Not the shot you're looking for there if you're ICC.
Don't want those one-pass possessions. That's typically not going to get you a great look. Wasn't a terrible look that time, though, but not what you're looking for with 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Now dribble drive from Lawson State, foul called against the Indians.
That one's going to go against Porter. That's going to be his second. 7:24 to go here. 14-10. ICC trailing this one.
So 2 fouls on the freshman Porter, drawing his first career start. Freshman out of Byhalia High School, averaging 4.5 points per game. He'll probably be subbed out as there's 3 Indians here at the scorers table waiting to check in. That'll be 22. Quashek Breeden, freshman from Lumberton, North Carolina. His first free throw is up and is good. That'll be 23 and 5. So 20 will be Jeremy Miller, 3 will be Javante Doolittle, and 5 will be Tyler Smith. We'll check in for Shamontis Mitchell, Rodarian Pendleton, and Antoine Porter.
First points of the night there for Breeden.
So Breeden dribbles, puts up the second free throw, hits the back iron and goes in. And that extends the Cougar lead to 16-10 with 7:24 remaining in the first half.
Well, for ICC, good possession this trip down the floor. Find a way to score a basket here.
Javante Doolittle will slide over into the point guard spot. He'll attack off the near side, goes immediately inside there to Kadrikas Carlton, and Carlton will a spin move and fires one up right-handed. He's losing about 5 inches to the guy that's covering there, but he's able to go up for his 5th point of the night.
Big basket there, nice answer. ICC look like they're starting to find a little bit of a rhythm here.
So the big fella there, dribble drive, attacks the rim, and they're going to say that is a charge against Jonathan Dorsett Morris. The 6'10 guy attacked off the far side wing, dribbled one time, got it all the way to the arc, and went up for a dunk, and is going to get called for the charge.
Cameron Orr coming out on the floor, an ICC football player, knew that was a charge. He's a big guy himself. over there on the sideline. He likes to see that charge call, taking one for the team there.
Lobbied for the call a little bit and definitely got it.
Well, he's got a chance to sign in December, does Cameron Orr. We're really going to miss him because he's really the vocal guy in our student section.
16-12, Cougars on top. ICC has basketball, 6:45 to go in the first half. Swing it over to the left side to Kendricus Carlton. Carlton comes back to Brandon Brown. Now Carlton gets it right back. He's going to attack to the free throw line. Puts one up. It is no good, but they'll say he was fouled on his way.
Well, nice job. You can see an ICC being a little bit more patient, more methodical offensively, challenging and getting in there, challenging these big guys. They know they like to block shots. Let's put that ball fake on them, get them in the air, then lean into them and get that foul.
Well, that's what you got to do against a team that you're giving up size to. And there's no doubt, if it's just a strict size battle tonight, ICC is not going to fare very well in that. But when you play physical against those guys, you attack them, get them in foul trouble. That's a good way to get those 6'10", 6'8" guys over on the bench in a hurry. Kendricus Carlton from the free throw line. First one is up, and it is good.
He's got 6.
The sophomore out of South Panola, starting his third game of the night, averaging 7.8 points per game. He led the team last week, though, against Arkansas Mid-South with 13 points. He misses the second free throw there, though.
2 of 4 from the free throw line, 6 points on the evening.
So that makes the score 16-13 Lawson State with 6:25 remaining as ICC going to stretch the floor a little bit with their defense. They stick to the half-court man, but stretch it out a little bit further. They switch off there with Tyler Smith as they dribble drive inside, and pass is picked off by Kendricus Carlton. Carlton out front to Javante Doolittle. Doolittle with a left-hand layup and gets the Indians back within one.
Big basket there for Doolittle. Nice finish. Good job by ICC starting to take advantage of some of their speed on the floor now.
Jakari Jackson will walk up the floor as the starting point guard was Marcus Jefferson, dealing with a little bit of foul trouble. He's getting a breather. They got it over on the left side wing to Malik Tyson. Tyson works it back in near side. Now back up to the top of the key with 22, Quashik Breeden. Breeden for 3 off the right side, no good. Rebound fought for by the big fella. He gets it, goes up with it, and gets fouled. So Jonathan Dorsett Morris in his big long frame goes up, gets the rebound, and gets fouled going up for the putback.
Well, if they're going to let Breeden play like that all night tonight, there's no way anybody's going to be able to come in and get a rebound. Breeden putting both hands in the back of Jeremy Miller that time and pushing to get room for the rebound that time. How the official missed that is beyond me. So, yeah, you got to keep an eye on that. If they're going to let him play like that, nobody the rest of the night will get a rebound.
Those 6'10 guys, well, the big guys in general, you like to look at what they do from the free throw line. Dorsett Morris is 66.7% on the year from the free throw line, though, but the first one here tonight rattles around and is no good. So he'll get it back. Dorsett Morris dribbles it twice, spins it in his hand, puts the shot up. It's off a back iron, no good. And the rebound is controlled by Michael Crump for the Indians.
Well, I said it in the women's game. I'll say it now. A little guilty conscience free throw.
Javante Doolittle being forced to get the ball inside there. They go to Tyler Smith. Smith starts right, now works it way back left off the back iron, no good. And rebound is controlled out front by Lawson State. They go alley-oop, then they missed it. Well, the lob was from Malik Tyson. They tried to throw it down. It was no good, but they were able to fight back for the rebound with Jonathan Dorsett Morris and get the second chance bucket. They got a little bit cute out in transition, but they're still able to come away with points.
Yeah, and that was Morris's first basket of the night. He's got 2. He's back to a 3-point advantage.
Doolittle takes it right at the big fella, doesn't get the foul call, misses the shot. Rebound by Tyler Smith, though, and he puts it back with the right hand.
Nice job that time by Smith to get the basket, his first of the night. ICC still hanging around in this one.
18-17, just under the 5-minute mark to play here in Fulton, as Lawson State on the road to meet with the Indians. ICC going to more of a zone set here, a 2-3 look for the first time tonight. They'll get the basketball to Mikael Faust. Faust comes back near side to Tyler Jones. Jones starts right, and I don't know how he didn't get called for a walk right there. Nonetheless, he got rid of it. Jakari Jackson attacks, misses everything, and that's going to be a shot clock violation. Well, we got a whistle, and we got one guy saying it was good. The shot clock went off. So the official from the far side says he blew his whistle. It was a shot clock violation, so just a little bit too late on the 3-point try, and the Indians are bailed out with a shot clock violation.
Big time there is, yeah, surprised that first opportunity. They didn't find any rim on that one, so that was a big-time break because that was a wide-open, easy 3.
So the Indians with a basketball chance to take the lead for the first, or I guess for the second time tonight. They led it 1-0 on a free throw early on, but it's been all Lawson State's lead the rest of the way. Shamar Brown had a cutter to the lane, or through the lane to the goal, and Michael Crump, but the pass comes in at his ankles and rolls out of bounds.
Even if it would have been a good pass, Crump wouldn't have been able to do anything with it as he was underneath the basket that time. One of those nice in theories, just got to get a little bit better touch on that pass.
Tyler Jones will control the basketball for Lawson State. Walks it up to the near side of your screen. Now has a cutter to the lane. Jakari Jackson wide open. He comes up and under with the right hand and lays it in and pushes the lead back out to 3.
He's got 7.
Jackson did not start for Lawson State, but he's come on as the leading scorer so far through the first half. As ball goes to Kendricus Carlton, and there's a foul called underneath the basket on 13, Mikael Faust.
Yeah, Faust.
Well, they're going to get one, Jones, instead.
Okay.
I thought he pointed at Faust, but they're going to come to the scorer's table and say, no, it will go against Tyler Jones.
And that kind of explains why Faust was kind of looking at the official the way he did. He kind of put up his hand saying, I was nowhere close to the ball. And I was going to agree with the young man as he was not near it, but he did show the 1, and that was it. Was it 1-3?
8th team foul against Lawson State, so that will send Carlton to the line for 1-1. It's off the front iron, no good, so he misses the front end. And Lawson State with the rebound. Now here comes Malik Tyson up the near side, and he's coming in a hurry, and he's going to be fouled from behind by Michael Crump.
ICC is 2 for 5 from the free throw line. Lawson State 2 for 4 on the night.
So neither team got to the free throw line very frequently here in the first half, but have struggled when they've been there as well.
Yes.
20-17, Lawson State on top, 3:39 to go. So Marcus Jefferson is checked back into the game. He definitely directed the ship early on when he was in. You could tell that he wanted to get out and run in transition. He's in charge as the point guard. Back to the 2-3 zone for ICC. They'll switch the floor. They'll go to Malik Tyson from way downtown off the front iron, no good. And rebound controlled by Brandon Brown. Now
good movement defensively that time.
Trevante Doolittle thinks about pushing down the floor. He'll check up. He's going to go inside to Tyler Smith. Smith goes to work, goes off the glass right side, and a good job by Tyler Smith fighting through contact and putting one in off the bank.
Yeah, that was big boy basketball there. Knew he was going to get the contact, was able to go up, draw that contact. Didn't get the call, but was able to finish with the big basket there.
ICC sticks to the 2-3 zone. They go inside to the elbow, attack. Now back off the corner to Malik Tyson for 3. And again, he's off the iron. Put back is no good. Rebound is fought for, and they're going to call a foul. They're going to say ICC got somebody in the back, I believe.
That's going to be the right call.
Yeah, it's going to go on Shamar Brown. That's the right call. He wasn't in great position there. He gets called for a push in the back.
Yeah, and unfortunately that it will result in free throws here for Lawson. It'd be a 1-and-1 opportunity. But you know what? In that situation, I don't mind the aggressiveness and the foul out of Shamar Brown because you are outsized in the paint. So if you're going to get rebounds tonight, you're going to have to get up and battle. You're going to have to go earn them. I like that fight out of Shamar.
Kevin Page goes to the free throw line. Only 4 of 10 off the stripe on the year. First one on the 1-and-1 is up. It is no good. So back-to-back 1-and-1 opportunities, they cancel out. Both teams struggling from the charity stripe down the stretch here in the first half. 20-19, Lawson State leads as Trevante Doolittle runs the show for the Indian offense. Kicks over right side, Brandon Brown. Shamar Brown flashes top of the key, now gives back to Brandon Brown. Trevante Doolittle comes to the basketball, now kicks right side to Brandon Brown. Brown looks to go inside, finds nothing, kicks back left to Tyler Smith. Smith dribbles off right side, 5 seconds on the shot clock, now goes off the right block, fires one up, no good. Rebound fought for, and it'll be controlled finally by Lawson State. Now here comes Marcus back out in a hurry in transition. Pass gets kicked all the way back around to the leading scorer, Yosani Clay, before getting it back to the point guard, and now back top of the key with Mikael Faust.
Well, that was beautiful ball movement on the part of Lawson. Great job defensively, though, but a good job of drawing the defense and getting Page his 6th point of the contest.
That ball movement didn't slow down after you said that, as Faust does a good job to find Page down on the low block, and he's able to put it in off the right side.
22-19, 1:49 to play here until halftime.
ICC looking for some movement on the offensive end. Shamar Brown attacks left side, kicks to Tyler Smith. Smith goes to work, puts one up, rolls all over the rim. Rebound fought for by Michael Crump, and he puts it up with a left hand off the glass, in and good. And Crump goes into the scoring column for the first time tonight.
Big play there for Crump.
22-21, Lawson State leads, 1:30 to go in the first half as Marcus Jefferson walks the ball up the floor. Very much in control as a point guard, like the young man out of Louisville, Texas. He controls it right side, will dribble drive, kicks back to Yosmani Clay. Clay for 3 off the left wing, off the rim, no good. Rebound is tipped back up. It is no good. Now it's going to be knocked out of bounds by Brandon Brown, and Lawson State will hold on to possession.
Yeah, you got to be strong in that paint if you're ICC right now. You got to know, get that, you got to go old school. You got to go fundamental. Get that butt out, elbows out. go up and reach the basketball. Don't let these guys get over your back and tip the ball towards you. If you block out like that, 9 times out of 10, you should get the over-the-back call.
Jefferson tries the alley-oop. It's too high, though, as he's trying to get it to Mikael False. So they've done that twice tonight. They got paid for the first time. The second time tonight, ICC's got a great look at it, and the ball is just simply lost in the air by Michael Crump. Now transition back for Lawson State again. They will finish this time with Mikael False, the forward, will hit the layup off the right side.
Man, tough break there for the Indians. Could have given the Indians the first lead of the night with an easy layup on the other end. You got to get the for sure points. Don't worry about the fashion points in the dunk.
That was a 4-point swing that extends the Lawson State lead 24-21. Tyler Smith, top of the key, passes over right side to Shamar Brown. Brown gives back to Porter. Now Porter back to Michael Crump for 3 off the right wing, and it's off the iron, no good. Indians fight for the rebound, and they're going to fall out of bounds as 2 guys with gray jerseys are going for the same rebound.
Well, again, you like the hustle, but you got to have some communication in that hustle as well. Let him know you're going to get the ball. Let him lay back. You can tip it back to him in that way. And again, that's just part of getting that chemistry, that being a team, playing as a team. I do like the aggressiveness, though. Don't take that away from him. But again, that communication's got to be there.
So you'll see Marcus Jefferson, the point guard, walks the ball up the floor, talks with Scott Carter, his head coach, on the sideline. As they do that, they'll hold it for the last shot. 5 seconds on the play. They kick over to Tyson. Tyson goes inside, down low in the lane for the last shot. They do not have any chance to make yet. ICC rebounds it and throw it 88 feet down the floor. Had no chance as it rolls out of bounds.
And that's going to do it for your first half of play. 24-21 is your score here. Let's go into some Sonic stats real quick, Jordan, if that's okay with you. Let's start with Lawson State. You've got Jackson with 7 points. Jefferson's got 3. Clay with 2. Faust with 2. Dorsett Morris with 2. Breeden with 2. Page, an impressive first half. He's got 6 points as well. For ICC, is Carlton leading the way with 6 points. Crump has 2. Doolittle with 2. Mitchell with 3. Tyler Smith with 4. And Shamar Brown with 4 as well. ICC's largest lead of the night was 1 point. 8 points was the largest lead there for Lawson State. Real quick, looking at some free throws for Lawson, they are 2 of 5. For ICC, that's the same tilt there. 2 of 5 as well from the charity stripe.
So if you're Coach Payton, you're in the locker room, you have an opportunity to look at what you did in the first half. You see 2 of 5 off the charity stripe. You trail by 3 points. Well, there's 3 for you right there. So that's the kind of frustrating thing. When you look at the first half as a whole, though, at times we had a defensive battle. At times we had a track meet. If you're Coach Payton in the locker room, what do you think's the message to your guys right here?
Well, the message is just play smarter basketball. The guys have played aggressive. They've gotten after a much taller team tonight. They just can't get some of these shots to fall. They eventually settled into the contest. You looked at it, the way Lawson opened this contest, you thought, oh boy, here we go. And they had those 2 big dunks. The ICC Indians weathered that storm. So right now, if you're Coach Payton, you just say stick with it, keep fighting, but find a way to play a little bit smarter basketball, because we've seen some mistakes, some forced shots, some easy missed shots as well. So one of those, you kind of just got to find a way to play smart basketball and take advantage of your opportunities.
Seemed to me like the game plan was to attack those big guys down to the post. Had some success doing that. Had some opportunities there that you didn't capitalize on. That, then plus, when you get those stops on defense, to get out and transition and try to outrun those big guys from Lawson State. I expect to see more of that in the second half.
Absolutely, I do, and I think that's going to be one of the things for ICC is going to be having to get out and run in that situation. Tire the big guys down. Some of the first things you see when these shots stop falling is their legs are tired. So you got to make them work defensively, make them get back in a hurry and hustle back as well.
24-21, Lawson State on top of ICC at the halftime break here from the Davis Events Center in Fulton. We'll take this break, have a message from our sponsors, and we'll be back with you for the second half action here in just a moment. This is ICC Basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
Get a Little Caesars large, extra most bestest stuffed crust pizza, topped with pepperoni and cheese, and stuffed with over 3 feet of cheese in the crust. That's right, we stuffed cheese into the crust of the pizza with extra cheese and the most pepperoni. All at the nation's best price of just $9. Try our convenient app and Pizza Portal pickup.
Pizza.
What's up, ICC? It's Madison Haley here. I'm going to be taking you with me tonight at the ICC football game. It is a big night. It's a big game. It's the last home game of the 2019 season. It is sophomore night. It is a pink out for breast cancer awareness for October. And the community tailgate is going on. There's going to be tons of competitions. It's just going to be a really fun night. There's a lot to do and a lot more fun to have. Have my caffeinated Indian coffee here, and I'm ready to go. Like, I think it's a cinnamon bean. It's really good. You know, support local. We love Caffeinated Indian, and the Caffeinated Indian loves ICC. So, yeah, y'all just join me tonight. Let's go. I'm here at the community tailgate, and so far, Hometown Heroes is honestly killing it, and the faculty tent over here, also killing it. So stay tuned. I'll see who has the better food, and then we'll judge. Plate number 1. The Hometown Heroes saved the day with these cookies. They are amazing. It's currently about 6:06, which means about 15 minutes until kickoff here. And tonight is just full of a lot of laughs. This is the last time I will see the ICC All-American Band perform at halftime, perform on pregame as an Indian. It's just super bittersweet. So I'm going to finish watching them perform, and I'll be back in a little bit. So in case anyone wanted to know, we are all CJ's
Angels, that's what we are. Charlie's Angels.
Pink group.
Clinton's Angels.
What did you say?
I said it will be hard to replace that. With 16 seconds remaining.
They're a lot bigger when you're down here than they look when you're in the stands. It's sophomore night here at Eden Field, and we have 114 members of the ICC All-American Band.
Raina Bogan, Troy Bone, Alexis Bradley,
so glad they can do that, because I totally can't. So they're killing it. Look at them. Indians have the ball at the 27. Here comes Lee, ready to see him score. Coker has made it here for our last home game as ICC Indians. So sad. Possibly was just our last chop as Indians. This is literally so sad. I don't ever want to leave ICC.
American Band, y'all are wonderful. Y'all did a great job tonight. I love the show. As always, make you proud. Thank y'all so much. Y'all keep up the great work, all right?
He's literally the best. This is Madison Haley signing off from Eaton Field. The Indians win their last regular season home game 41-7. It is a great day to be an Indian. Roll Tribe!
You live life on your own terms. You won't be told what you can't do. And we're here to back you. From the boardroom to the big stage, Renaissance Bank supports women striving for success. Because greatness isn't held to anyone's expectations, except yours. So if anyone says you can't, prove them wrong. Rise with Renaissance, supporting women and the communities they influence every day.
Get a Little Caesars large, extra most bestest stuffed crust pizza, topped with pepperoni and cheese, and stuffed with over 3 feet of cheese in the crust. That's right, we stuffed cheese into the crust of the pizza with extra cheese and the most pepperoni, all at the nation's best price of just $9. Try our convenient app and Pizza Portal pickup.
Pizza, pizza.
Back for second half action here inside the Davis Event Center. 24-21, Lawson State leads ICC after the first 20-minute period. Horn just sounded. Teams coming back out onto the floor. Looks like it'll be the same starting 5 for ICC as we'll see Rodarian Pendleton, Kendricus Carlton, Tyler Smith, Trevante Doolittle, and Antoine Porter on the floor to open up the half for the guys in gray. Marcus Jefferson will take the pass. The clock will start and we're underway in the second half. Jefferson rolls right side, tries to get it into the hands of his man on the right side. Pass deflected, goes out of bounds. Good look defensively to open up the half from ICC.
And you're going to have that from ICC. You're going to have to dig deep, find a way to just keep moving, keep making this defense and this offense work against you the whole time, and hopefully hang around, maybe even take a lead and see if you can tire them out and go on a big run late.
Lawson State swings the basketball, now comes back over to the point guard, Marcus Jefferson. Jefferson, full court pass to Yosmani Clay out of the corner, hits every bit of the rim, no good, and Indians come away with the rebound. Now in transition, Carlton puts one up off the front iron, no good. Rebound, rolled around to the floor for, and Yosmani Clay comes away with it. Clay dribble drives, now he's gonna pull out, thinks better of it. Fights off right side, kicks to Tyson. Tyson back to Jefferson. Jefferson right side, pass back to Tyson again. Tyson spin move. Now Clay picks it up in the lane. Off the back glass, no good, and ICC with the rebound. Well, there's one thing you can say about Lawson State. They're going to move the basketball on the offensive end.
Man, and it's a beautiful thing to watch. We talked about ICC. They don't move a lot without the basketball. Lawson is in constant movement offensively.
Looks like ICC is going to try to move it a little bit more here in the half. As you make it hear through our crowd mic, Coach Pate saying move, move, move. As you see Kendricus Carlton, he drove it off the left side, and he got moved due to a foul by the big fella, Malik Tyson.
Yeah, that's what you got to do. Drive inside, challenge the big guys. Swallow a little bit of pride, because every once in a while, yeah, you're going to get a shot blocked, but 9 times out of 10, you get them up in the air with a head fake, you can go in and grab those type of fouls.
So we'll see Carlton go to the free throw stripe, 55% free throw shooter on the year. Indians only 2 of 5 off the stripe in the first half. If you factor in those 3 points to this game, that would be tied, so definitely need to play better off the free throw stripe. Carlton's first one hits the bottom of the net, and it is good.
He's got 7.
7 points for the sophomore out of Batesville, Mississippi. He's listed on my roster at 6'11", but I'm going to say that's probably a foot off.
I'm going to say, 6'1". Probably a little bit of a typo there by Lee Adams.
Second free throw is good by Kendricus Carlton. Can't say enough, Adam, why you say that about the work you and Lee both do. Is got about 10 different sports you're handling on your own. Do a great job of it day in, day out.
Well, I'll tell you right now, you're only as good as the people you work with. You, Jim Ingram, Raphael Henry, Lee Adams, you guys are the guys that make it go.
Well, I don't know if I would give old Jim Ingram too much credit. Just kidding. Jim's a great one. As Marcus Jefferson lays one up off the right side, expands the lead to 26-23 in the favor of the Cougars. Trying to find some more movement on the offensive end for ICC. Carlton dribbles it to the lane, now kicks it back out to the top to Trevante Doolittle. Doolittle looks deep in the lane, decides to go back to his right side to Pendleton. Pendleton back to Carlton. Carlton works his man, finds Tyler Smith off the end. Smith goes to work with the right hand off the glass, no good. Rebound fought for, and a foul's called.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're seeing the Indians right now just scrapping, trying to stay in there. And this is going to be a foul here against Lawson's number 4. That's going to be Clay, and I believe that's going to be his second foul. Yes, it is, team second foul. Also here in the second half, 18 minutes even to play.
So 2 quick fouls to go against the Cougars. And they're going to say that was a shooting foul. They're going to say that Carlton had maintained the rebound and was trying to go back up with it. So he'll go back to the free throw line, hit 2 on the last possession. third free throw of the half is up, and it is good as well.
Yeah, the coach from Lawson, Scott Carter, had every bit of a reason to argue that one. I'm going to say this is going to be a big-time break here for the Indians, simple fact that they're shooting free throws.
Pendleton rotates the ball in his hand, puts it up. That's Kendrickus Carlton, not Rodarius Pendleton. Carlton, 4 of 4 off the free throw stripe here in the second half. ICC can extend that defense. They're going to go to the 1-2-2 zone, try to trap them right here at the half-court line. Lawson State does a good job of breaking that. Pass goes all the way in under the goal towards Osmani Clay, and he's going to get called for a foul on 0, Rodarius Pendleton. So a good job breaking the press by Lawson State. They get it under the goal. The foul will be called on the floor. So Lawson State will inbound the ball from underneath the basket. Pass controlled out top with Malik Tyson. Tyson kicks right side wing to Osmani Clay, and Clay for 3 off the wing.
Yeah, that's one of those, once you saw it leave his hand, you knew that one was down.
Good looking shot. Ball rotates well out of the hands of the sophomore guard out of Tomball, Texas. That's Osmani Clay. He leads the team with 11 points per game.
Got 5 so far in the contest.
ICC into the corner with Tyler Smith. Dish down to one of the guards posted up in Kendrickus Carlton, and Carlton goes up and over the big man, hits the glass, bounces in. It is good, and Carlton getting down there among the big guys fighting.
He's got 12.
29-27, Lawson State on top, 17:04 to play in the remainder of this one.
Have to keep an eye on my gnat sound as Grant gets a little bit closer and starts yelling.
Yeah. We're getting coached up on the broadcast here. Marcus Jefferson double teamed out front. Ball is fought for at the half-court stripe. 2 Indians on top of it. Jefferson's able to wrestle away with it, though. Numbers for Lawson State. They kick out to Marcus Tyson. Tyson for 3 off the left wing. No good. Rebound by ICC, and a good job by Kendrickus Carlton. He's able to pull that thing out and allows offense to set up.
Yeah, great job there by that Indian defense, getting scrappy, getting physical, getting after the basketball, forcing him into a bad shot as the shot clock was running out.
Kendrickus Carlton gets the ball back down the block again, tried to go back to work, but he dribbles it off his foot out of bounds and a turnover for ICC.
I'm not mad at that play. I like Carlton trying to get physical. The defender was there getting physical as well, just couldn't find a handle on the basketball as he went up for the shot. Still, I'm liking the scrappiness we're seeing out of the Indians right now.
So still the same 5 we saw start the half for ICC. It's Pendleton, Carlton, Doolittle, Smith, and Porter on the floor for the Indians.
So far, it's been all Carlton here in the second half. He had 6 points in the first half, 6 points here in the second.
Jefferson runs the show as the point guard. Going to take on a double team, kicks off to his left side. And it's going to be a walk called right there against Brandon Hampton. As Hampton rolled off the screen, took it and tried to attack the basket, but picked up his dribble and took 2 steps, got burned for a walk.
Good job once again by that scrappy Indian defense. You got to turn turnovers into points here. A chance to tie it with a 2, maybe take their first or second lead of the night with a 3.
29-27, 16 minutes to play here on a great night for basketball in the Davis Events Center. Kendrickus Carlton, and he'll take it out from the wing. He's going to kick inside to Tyler Smith and let the bigger fella go to work, and Smith goes up and under the big man off the right side of the glass and lays one in. We're all square at 29.
He's got 6 points now. The Indians have found something working on offense, and we'll see what Lawson can do to adjust.
You've seen the undersized Indians just go right at these big guys and attack as a hand check foul call goes against ICC's Antoine Porter.
Yeah, I believe that's going to be his 3rd foul. We'll see. And it is going to be his 3rd foul, so he will check out. Coming into the contest will be Shamar Brown. This substitution being brought to you by the ICC BSU. They typically meet Monday nights at 7:07, but because of the parade and also finals this week, they're going to not meet like they normally do Wednesdays at lunch as well. So that's the ICC BSU. Follow them on Twitter at ICC BSU.
Inbound pass is forced to go deep out wide. Now Jefferson for 3 off the wing. Barely hits anything, but it's going to be a rebound fought for by Lawson State and a foul called against ICC on the blockout.
Yeah, Carlton not necessarily liking that call, but all right, so to explain this for people that may not be familiar with it, in basketball you got to imagine there's a tube around every player. That player has a right to that cylinder all the way from the floor to infinity, and that time when the ball went up in the air, Carlton came in, got into that cylinder area, undercutting, and that's the reason why that's a lot of times called a foul when people don't really understand when they think it should be an over the back.
Well, Carlton's cylinder, you talk about 6'1", 165. That of Malik Tyson's about 6'4", 225.
Yeah.
As Tyson gets the basketball off the left block and an easy little hook shot goes in for the Lawson State Cougars.
His first points of the night.
So Lawson State takes back the lead, 31-29, 15-13 to play in the second half. Kendrickus Carlton Operates right in front of his own bench. He's going to take it off right side. Operates all the way to the logo. Quick pass underneath to Shamar Brown, and Brown will draw the foul. That's 31. Kevin Page is going to get called for the foul. That'll be his second personal.
Yeah, good job that time by Brown, getting the basketball, securing it, and going up strong. He knew he was going to get a lot of contact. You know what? I'm not necessarily mad at Kevin Page for that foul because he made a hard foul, didn't give up the layup. He's going to make him earn it from the free throw line. When I say hard foul, nothing malicious. Just send him to the line and make him earn it, and it paid off.
Brown's first free throw attempt of the night hits the back iron, shoots straight up in the air, and hits the front of the rim, falls off. No good. He'll get a second one here off the shooting foul. So Brown dribbles it 3 times, now one more. Looks at the basket, puts this one up. It hits the back iron, and it does go in. So splits 2 free throws off the stripe. Shamar Brown gets the Indians back to within a point.
He's got 5 points on the night and even 15 minutes to play here in the contest.
So looking for some movement here offensively for the Cougars. They've done a good job of moving away from the basketball all night long. Jakari Jackson is the guy that kind of led them offensively in the first half, checked in off the bench. He's on the floor as Malik Tyson attacks off the right side. The big fella gets one to go and gets called for a foul.
Well, that's the size advantage that you see in Tyson. He's strong enough to take that type of contact but also finish. Big guy's got deceiving speed for a big man like that to be able to get off those screens. But as I said, that size and that strength coming in a big factor there to be able to finish.
Foul will go against Rodarian Pendleton as we talk about Malik Tyson, listed at 6'4", 225. And he looks like he belongs in a power eye set as a fullback.
I tell you, I wouldn't want to see him. Yeah.
He's a downhill fullback coming at you. As Lawson State's going to go to a 2-2-1 full court press. First time we've seen that tonight. Indians able to break it onto the half court side now offensively. Shamar Brown has it. He'll pull up for 3, and he's going to be about a foot short on it. The rebound is fought for by Brandon Brown, and he's fouled hard as he comes down with the basketball.
Yeah, he hit the floor hard that time. I think it was elbows are the ones that hit the floor, made it sound so loud that time. Yeah, he's kind of shaking his hands as he's shaking up on the play.
Foul will go against 23, Malik Tyson, so that is his second of the game, 4th of the half for the Cougars. So now 4 fouls apiece for ICC and Lawson State through the first 5 minutes and 34 seconds.
And a good job by the referees that time. You know, a lot of times they tell people to hustle up and get up. They will give him a chance to kind of shake that off, maybe knock the wind out of him a little bit that time. As it was a rough landing. They're going to wipe off the floor here. But right now for the Indians, so you got to take advantage of these free throws. Points with the clock stop is going to be big here for the Indians and throughout the rest of this 14 and a half minutes to play.
So you see Brandon Brown kind of shakes his hands off, now waits on the basketball. He'll get 2 free throws as the Indians trail by 4 with 14:26 to go. That foul did go against Malik Tyson, as we said, second personal on the night for Tyson. First free throw from Shamar Brown. It is up. It is good. Excuse me, that's Brandon Brown off the free throw line.
That's his first points of the night.
Shamar Brown comes off the floor. We'll see Antoine Porter, the freshman out of Ihelia High School, check back into the game.
Yeah, he's seen a lot more minutes than he's used to seeing over the last 2 or 3 games. So he's coming in tonight still battling against this pretty big squad.
Brandon Brown, second free throw attempt. It rattles in good. So 2 for 2 off the stripe for Brandon Brown after the hard fall. Gets 2 free throws and gets the Indians back to within 2.
The Indians sticking around here. We talked about it. Can the Indians see if they can maybe tire out this much bigger Lawson team down the stretch and be able to pull away for a win? And to do that, you've got to be able to hang around. You'd love to see them get the lead.
Jakari Jackson, 3-point attempt out of the corner. No good. Again, and there's a whistle and a foul, and it's going to go against ICC on the box out.
And again, that's Carlton. You can keep blocking out, but you cannot come underneath the guy like he's had. He's undercut him a couple of times in that situation. So, yes, get big. Yes, put that butt on the guy, but just don't back underneath him.
Got a 6'1", 165 guy down at the post fighting with those big fellas for rebounds. So inbound pass comes for Lawson State. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Reverse the floor over to Jakari Jackson. Johnson looks for somewhere to go and somehow gets it into the corner to Marcus Jefferson, who buries the 3 from deep in the corner.
There's nothing you can do about that defensively. That was a lucky pass that found him in the corner that time. He was able to knock that one down.
So that extends the lead to 5 for the Cougars. 13:45 to play in the contest.
Second three-pointer of the game for Jefferson.
Pass goes inside to Tyler Smith. He's pretty much triple-teamed, has to get rid of the basketball. Finds Brandon Brown for 3 out of the corner. He's off the iron, no good, and rebound fought for and controlled by Lawson State. Now Jakari Jackson wants to run with it. He thinks wisely, kicks it out. Pass is kicked all the way into the corner to Marcus Jefferson. Now Jefferson back to Johnson for 3. Rattles around, no good, and finally ICC is able to get that rebound.
And that time, you got to let the guy know he's behind him. ICC nearly turns it over. Good job of keeping that one.
Brandon Brown, right place at the right time, is able to pick up that ball as it gets knocked loose, and ICC is able to set up offensively. Brown being defended by Jakari Jackson on the near side wing. Pass shifted back around to Kendrickus Carlton. Carlton looks to go inside. Now he gets back to the top of the key. Rodarian Pendleton off the front iron, no good. Carlton attacked, missed the putback, and Lawson State gets the rebound.
Yeah, good job there by Carlton. Can't say enough about his play so far in the contest. Would love to see him find a way to come back with that putback, and I think really and truly it was two Indians going for the basketball that caused him to kind of put that one up quicker than he wanted. So a tough break there. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by ICC.
Going to be some substitutions both ways as we see the big fella Malik Tyson comes out of the game for Lawson State. We'll see Antoine Porter and Rodarian Pendleton come off the floor for the Indians. Rance Champ as well as Trevante Doolittle comes back in for ICC. Inbound pass comes to Yosami Clay. Clay back up to the top of the key to Tyler Jones. Now Clay holds it back off the right wing. Man wide open on the wing, or in the corner that is, was Jakari Jackson. He fights it inside the corner to Brandon Hampton, who goes up for the shot and is fouled.
Yeah, that one's going to go against number 5, Tyler Smith, that time. Just again, I'm very impressed with this Lawson squad, and don't be surprised if you see them making some noise, especially later in the season. They can stay healthy. They can shoot it outside. As soon as you try to get out and defend those threes, they do a good job of moving without the basketball, attacking the rim, and they've got some height around it as well. So, yeah, I think once you kind of see this team come back after the Christmas break, don't be surprised if you see some big, big results out of this Lawson squad.
Free throw. Shoots off the back iron, way up in the air, comes down, rattles around, no good from Brandon Hampton. But to piggyback off what you're saying, I mean, they have a guy that fits every position. They got a true point guard, they got a shooter, they got a 3, and they got 2 big guys, one being a center that comes off the bench at 6'10", who can really come in and fill a lot of roles. They have athleticism, play well on defense, and offensively, I love the way they move without the basketball. You don't see that a ton in today's game. That's something they definitely take pride in on the offensive end. 38-32, Lawson State on top, 12:15 to go in the game. Trevante Doolittle working it on the offensive end. Rance Champ gets it over into the corner. Now back up top to Kendrickus Carlton. Carlton looking for somewhere to go. Gets a screen from Tyler Smith. Attacks and is going to be fouled as he comes towards the basket. Good job by Kendrickus Carlton just to take the ball to the hole and draw the foul.
Yeah, that's what you got to do right now if you're ICC. Use your speed, kind of weave his way through that time, and was able to go up and get that foul. And the foul wasn't on the big man, Kevin Page. And Page having to walk it off as that a foot kind of caught Page in an unfortunate area.
Well, he's going to get a breather, I think, after that. As the big fella, the 6'10" man, Jonathan Dorsett Morris, we saw early on, is standing here at the scorer's table. I would imagine that would be to check him out as Carlton's first free throw is up, and it is good. And ICC's been a lot better off the free throw line here in the second half.
I'm not going to talk about what Carlton's done yet, but, yeah, he's got 13 points so far here in the second half.
So he's almost doubled up what he averages on the year. He's averaging 7.8. 13, though, through the first 28 minutes of tonight's game. Now for the second free throw, Carlton goes up, and it's off the front iron, rolls around, and it is no good.
Well, now I can say he had made 5 in a row heading into that last free throw.
Well, see, you should have said it
and
kept it going.
Yeah,
that's the problem right there.
Yeah.
38-33, Lawson State, as we're right under the 12-minute mark remaining. And that has got to be a walk on number 13, Mikael Foss, as he took 3 steps right down the center of the lane and did not get called. Somebody got from the free throw line all the way to the rim, and they get called for a walk.
Yeah, getting that LeBron treatment there.
Old NBA rule on the walk. So ICC now trails by 7. Offensively, looking for some ball movement as they attack the goal. Pass goes inside to Tyler Smith, and he's going to get fouled as he had the big fella, 21, Jonathan Dorsett Morris, as well as 13, Mikael Foss, who had crashed on top of him. They're going to get one of them for the foul call.
Yeah, they would call it. Actually, that one called on Clay. Okay.
I guess they're going to say Clay came in there, and that's the 3rd foul of the night on Clay. Clay came in as the leading scorer for the team at 11 points per game. He's in a little bit of foul trouble here with 11:30 remaining, as Tyler Smith's first free throw is up and is good.
Well, ICC has scored 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points here in the second half from the free throw line.
Second one is flat and hits the back iron, shoots off, no good. Now in transition, Lawson State just fired that one straight up the floor. As you could tell, they knew the big 6'10" man, Dorsett Morris, was down there, and it was fired so high he couldn't even get a hand on it. Goes out of bounds, and ICC is going to get the ball back.
Yeah, you don't have the Jordan Smith hops.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, you're right. He definitely does not have that. But actually, as a 6'10" guy, he may. He doesn't have to go very high.
Andy has hit a big basket this trip down They've scored primarily from the free throw line here in the second half. Just needs to find a way to find some rhythm offensively.
Offense has run through Kendrickus Carlton so far here tonight. He controls it here right in front of us on the wing. Rolls to his right side, falls down but gets a pass off. Now it goes into the hands of Brandon Brown, who he attacks, and he almost falls down as well, and he's just going to have the ball taken away from him.
Yeah, it was a doomed possession.
That's Faust coming down the floor, and he was getting a little bit of elbow out there, but they're going to call a foul on the floor against ICC's Rance Champ.
Yeah, probably the right call. He did get that push off, but Champ was up on him, bodying him up before that push off was called that time. And right now, you're starting to that last possession. It was like a doomed possession for the Indians. They tripped twice. The ball just kind of did not want to stay with the Indians that time. So you got to value these possessions right now if you're the Indians.
Rodarian Pendleton and Antoine Porter check in for the Indians. Rance Champ and Brandon Brown come over to catch a breather with 10:53 remaining in the game. They trail 40-34, and that you cannot do that as they're trying to get set. He can't walk in there after he's already been given the ball, can he?
No, he can't. And the referee comes up and takes it away from him. He's going to give it back.
They gave him a chance to sub out. So Faust misses the free throw anyway, but still, you're not allowed to walk inside the lane when somebody's shooting a free throw.
And again, a guilty conscious free throw. Ball don't lie. He missed it.
So ICC takes over on the offensive end. Rodarian Pendleton has it near side wing, gets the screen from Antoine Porter. Shifts over to Trevante Doolittle now into the corner for Kendrickus Carlton. Carlton looks for Tyler Smith, who's being defended by the big 6'10 big man. Smith goes to work, puts a shot up, just a circus act to get it up. Somehow gets it around Dorsett Morris, though, and Morris gets called for the foul.
Yeah, he really got bailed out on that one that time. He was out of control underneath the basket, just 7 seconds on the shot clock, just trying to flip it up and find something to go there. If you go straight up defensively, get an easy rebound and you're heading the other way.
So Smith will get 2 shots due to that being a shooting foul, but now with 10:29 to go in the contest, both teams are in the bonus. 7 fouls apiece as Smith's free throw is in and out, not there.
He's 1 of 3 for the night from the charity stripe. He's got 7 points.
Need this one right here to get it back to a 5-point game. Smith's free throw is in and good, so 1 of 2 off the line there. To get it back to 40-35, 10:29 remaining.
India's hanging around. Just got to find a way to come up with some stops and see if they can battle back. They're largely the night was the first of the game. It was 1-0.
Haven't led since they were up 1-0. It's been a Lawson State lead ever since, although the lead has never been more than 7 points. Malik Tyson for 3 off the right side wing. It's good, and then just as I say that, they expand it to an 8-point lead at 43-35. And definitely some energy over on the Lawson State bench now. Guys standing up, clapping, and we'll see that 2-2-1 press come back into effect for the Cougars.
That's their 5th three-pointer of the night. ICC with only 1.
Tyler Smith looks to break the press in the center of the floor. Now he kicks over to Rodarian Pendleton, who has it as the point guard set. Pendleton goes to work, comes back left side off the screen from Antoine Porter. Gives to Carlton. Carlton spins around, looks right. Now he's going to dribble drive, go at the big fella and try to draw a foul and just threw up a circus shot once again, and it rattles around the rim and goes in. Kendrickus Carlton is listed at 6'1", and he's playing like he's 7 foot tall.
Playing fearless, putting the Indians on his back here, trying to bring them back in this contest. He's got 15 points.
So back to a 6-point lead for Lawson State, 9:23 remaining in the contest. Jakari Jackson puts one up from 15 feet off the back iron, no good, and rebound controlled by ICC.
Again, Carlton with that rebound. I tell you what, I've been very impressed watching him grow up big time tonight.
Rodarian Pendleton looking for some help, gets it, kicks over to the left side to Kendrickus Carlton. Carlton gives to Tyler Smith, and Smith throws it away.
Yeah,
he's trying to get it to Doolittle there, and nothing there. But luckily enough, Lawson State slings one. Malik Tyson throws one 3 rows deep into the stands and gives ICC the ball back.
Yeah, right there in front of head coach Scott Carter, and Coach Carter took that opportunity for a coaching moment.
Yeah, you know, sometimes when your guy throws it 3 rows deep, you just got to say, man, what are you doing? I mean, what are you doing there in transition? But nonetheless, ICC glad to get the basketball back. Rodarian Pendleton standing right in front of Coach Payton. Coach Payton's able to shout the orders right at him.
Yeah.
As they give it back over to Trevante Doolittle. Looking for some movement. Not moving without the basketball much tonight offensively as Pendleton and Doolittle just shift it back and forth. Now to Carlton in the corner for 3 off the iron. No good. Rebound fought for and controlled by Antoine Porter. Now Porter fights for it, and it's going to be knocked out of bounds that time by Tyler Jones. So basketball is kind of like a hot potato there, but luckily enough it goes off on Lawson State.
Yeah, well, you got to get strong. You got to get out there and be physical. Don't let them slap the ball away like that. And one of those situations where as a freshman, you may not realize just how physical this brand of basketball is on JUCO, so you got to man up a little bit.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Trevante Doolittle attacks, now kicks back to the top of the key. Rodarian Pendleton, who goes inside, and there's going to be a foul called as the ball was intended for Antoine Porter, as it was Mikael Faust who got a little bit too much in the back as the pass was trying to go inside. Indians are in the bonus, and they're going to get a 1-and-1 opportunity.
Well, that time Porter took a little bit of exception to the fact that he got pushed there towards the end as he went into the bench of ICC, and a good job by the referee coming up and kind of taking that opportunity to talk to everybody, tell everybody calm down, kind of let cooler heads prevail there.
Antoine Porter goes to the line, 3 of 4 off the charity stripe on the year. Free throw is in and good.
His first points of the contest.
So hits the front end of the 1-and-1. He'll get a second.
Well, again, points with the clock stops going to be big for the Indians down the stretch here. 8:19 to play. Got to take advantage of these scoring opportunities.
So Porter gets the basketball back, shifts it around in his hands. Second free throw is up, and it rolls around and is no good. A bit of a fight for the rebound, but it's controlled there by Faust, and he'll give off to Tyler Jones. Tyler Jones will cross the half-court stripe. He'll call a timeout. We'll take that timeout as well. 8:12 remaining in the contest. Lawson State on top, 43-38. Got a good one brewing here in the Davis Event Center. It's ICC basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you, wherever you go. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
Back here in the Davis Event Center, Lawson State leads ICC 43-38, just under the 8-minute mark remaining in the contest. 5 seconds on the shot clock for Lawson State. Deep three from Jakari Jackson, and he buries it from way downtown.
Tough break there. Great defensive effort by the Indians, but Jefferson hits his third three-pointer of the night. He's got 11.
He comes off the bench, averages 7.4 points per game, but he's given a jolt of life every time he's been on the floor on the offensive end for Lawson State. There he gets physical defensively, knocks the ball away from Trevonte Doolittle, but Doolittle able to come up with it. Now Kendrickus Carlton stuck over in the corner. Come back upstairs to Rodarian Pendleton, who will dribble drive, fire pass in deep, and is going to hit off the legs of Antoine Porter and go out of bounds.
Yeah, you can't make that pass there if you're Pendleton. It's one of those where you're trying to wrap around pass to a guy that's looking for the shot to go up to possibly block out and rebound. It looks good on network television, but on this level, you got to make sure you value the basketball a little bit more than trying to make that type of play.
Big possession right here for Lawson State. This matches the largest lead they've had all night, 8 points at 46-38 at the 7:10 mark remaining in the game. Man-to-man defense in the half court. Faust has the basketball, and he's going to dribble off left side and get called. I have a foul called against him. They're going to get 11, Brandon Brown that time.
His first foul, so to go to a 1-on-1 opportunity here for Lawson State.
Going to take a while to play these last 7 minutes, already in the bonus both ways. As Brown that time a little bit too much body as they shifted the offense back to the far side. And that will send Mikael Faust, a forward at 6'3", out of Little Rock, Arkansas, to the charity stripe. So he leads the team in rebounding, 7.5 rebounds per game, averages 8.9 points per game. The lefty will put up a free throw, though, no good. So ICC gets bailed out.
Yeah, big time miss there. Now ICC's got to find a way to score here, but ICC wants to take a timeout.
And they will do just that. Rodarian Pendleton dribbles towards Coach Grant Pate, calls that timeout. We'll take that timeout as well. 6:55 to play, 46-38. It's the Cougars of Lawson State on top. This is ICC basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
Everyone has a unique story to tell. Maybe your story has you performing your new song in front of a crowd, getting to play your favorite sport, or enjoying a horseback ride in the country. At Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our group of skilled surgeons understand your need to continue your story. That is why we are the preferred choice for orthopedic care. Thank you for choosing us. Our story is you. Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi.
Back here in the Davis Event Center, 6:55 to play, 46-38. Lawson State on top as ICC has the basketball, inbounds it right here in front of us. 15 seconds on the shot clock as Rodarian Pendleton has it top of the key. Shifts near side to Kendricus Carlton, who gets tripped, and they're going to call him for a walk. I guess they're going to say his feet just slipped out from under him.
You know, it's the second or third time we've seen somebody slip and fall in that little area of the basketball court. I don't know right now if you're the referee. Yeah, they're going to come up and get a towel and kind of wipe things up where Carlton fell out there. But as a referee, you know, that's the second or third time you've seen somebody fall out there, and he's going to extend that. Yeah, so he's going to come out and extend that there and just check and see if that might be just a slick spot there.
Big spot in the game here, Adam. 8-point lead for Lawson State. That matches what their largest lead of the night has been. ICC led it 1-0 early on and has not had a lead since, but with 6:40 remaining, big spot in the game. Need a stop here.
Big time play here defensively for the Indians.
Tyler Jones penetrates off right side, gives off Malik Tyson. He throws alley-oop, and again, it's no good to Mikhail Foss. They've gone to that alley-oop 3 times tonight, have not converted yet.
Porter got just enough of that one with his pinky finger to break that one up. If he doesn't make that play, I feel like they throw it down.
Good opportunity here for ICC to get a basket, get back into this game a little bit closer as they go inside to Antoine Porter. Porter back to Brown. Brown back top of the key to Rodarian Pendleton. Now on the elbows, Tyler Smith gives off to Pendleton. Pendleton dribble drives, kicks out off left wing. Kendricus Carlton, who jumps way up in the air and is going to get called a foul on the shot. And that is, again, Mikhail Foss, too. You know, that's 2 or 3 fouls on Foss. And every time he's got called for a foul tonight, he's had to take this long walk like this. He's got an issue with the foul call against him.
Well, you know, there's just certain players with that certain mentality. They've never been called with a foul before in their career. So
that's never happened, yeah. Make it to a sophomore in community college and never been. And now he's looking at the official saying, man, what's that for? And I'm telling you, that's not something that's going to work out very well.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where, you know, even if you don't agree with the call, if it was a missed call, you still just kind of you bite the bullet and you move on.
Kendricus Carlton to the free throw line. That one is up and is good and gets the Indians back within 7 with 6:01 remaining.
16 points in the contest here for Carlton.
Sophomore out of South Panola really coming into his own here the last couple of weeks, especially on the offensive end, as that free throw goes halfway down and kicks back out. So 46-39 is the lead for Lawson State at the 6-minute mark as they take over on the offensive end of the floor. Tyler Jones off the far side as you look at your screen. He starts right, comes back left, fires pass towards the block off the right side intended for Foss. It goes incomplete out of bounds. And
yeah, Carlton broke that one up. And I tell you what, people are probably tired of hearing us say his name, but he has got it done tonight offensively and somewhat defensively for the Indians.
So the big fella, Jonathan Dorsett Morris, back into the game for Lawson State. He stands at the back to the goal at the free throw line. You know, they've not been able to use him a lot on the offensive side. At least they haven't gone to him like I thought, as Tyler Jones penetrates right side and gets all the way to the goal and lays it in.
Yeah, easy basket that time for Jones. Big basket there for Lawson. Pushes the lead back out to 9 now, largest of the night.
Yep, largest lead of the night for Lawson State at the 5:20 mark. 48-39, ICC starting to get into those possessions where you got to have points when you come down the floor. Tyler Smith with it at the free throw line, rolls right side, basket's knocked away, but it's going to be picked back up by Brandon Brown. Now Brown gets it out all the way to the top. Kendricus Carlton with it off the left side, attacks the big fella, puts it up. It goes off the back iron, but it's thrown down by Tyler Smith, who comes out of nowhere and flushes one.
Big basket there for Tyler Smith, his 10th of the night.
Good job by Smith to fight for that offensive board and tear the rim off with it. As look for the foul call, didn't get it, but they're able to flush one and get it back within 7. And now basketball is loose, picked up by ICC. Now in transition, here comes Kendrickus Carlton, who tries to dunk one, no good. But again, Tyler Smith right there for the rebound and puts it up. Well, that was a near disaster for ICC.
It was. In those situations, you got to know, yes, you want to get the dunks. If you can get back-to-back dunks, get the crowd fired up. Got to get the for sure points. Good job by Smith to clean that one up. 2
possessions in a row with points from Pater for ICC. Gets it back to within 5. 48-43, Lawson State on top, ball comes loose, and it kicked off the foot of Antoine Porter. They're going to say he was fouled, or he fouled beforehand.
Don't know about that one.
That's going to be the 4th foul against Porter, 9th team foul. So it'll be a 1-and-1 situation for Lawson State. Next foul will get them 2 free throws from here on out.
You know, Porter's another one of those guys. He's kind of like number 13 from Lawson, and every time he gets called for a foul, he don't agree with it. So, again, you can't let that get in your head. Even if you don't like the call, you got to battle through it and keep playing.
So Jakari Jackson, the lefty, off the free throw line, puts one up, and it rolls around. It is in and good. That'll extend the lead back out to 6 points with 4:14 remaining. Jakari Jackson, a guard out of Jersey Village, Texas, a sophomore. You know, really a sophomore-laden team. Of the starters they put on the floor, 4 sophomores and 1 freshman, the only freshman being Malik Tyson, the guy we mentioned earlier that looked like a fullback. So a lot of length, a lot of size, a lot of athleticism to this Lawson State team. Second free throw from Jackson up and good, and that pulls the lead back out to 7 points for the Cougars.
He's got 9 on the evening, 50-43, 4:10 to play. Gut check time here for the Indians.
Another situation where you need points when you come down the floor for ICC. Rodarian Pendleton is the point guard on the floor. He rolls right, now comes back, or rolls left, now comes back right. Over to Brandon Brown. They shift it around the floor. Now back into the hands of the point guard. A pass that nearly gets picked off by Jackson goes to Brown. He attacks, misses it off the front iron. Rebound fought for. Putback was no good, and it's going to be controlled by Lawson State.
Yeah, Smith tried to get up and dunk that one again. Good job being physical by Lawson State to negate that opportunity.
Lawson State careless with the basketball. Gives it back to ICC. Carlton down the floor. Puts a little floater in the lane from 4 feet out. Rattles around and goes in. He thought about throwing the alley-oop. Thought better of it. Hit the floater. And again, 5-point game with 3:30 to go.
And a timeout taken here by Lawson.
Lawson State calls that timeout right here in front of the scorer's table. We got a 5-point game with 3:26 to go in the Davis Event Center. This is ICC basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
My burger goes best with mustard.
Ketchup and mustard.
Grass-fed beef. No, corn-fed. On the grill.
Now, flat top.
Iceberg lettuce.
Nah, arugula.
Jalapeno.
No way. Avocado, dude.
Medium rare. Gotta be well done.
Brioche.
Sesame seeds.
American cheese.
Cheddar.
Can I have a turkey burger? What? Turkeys are for Thanksgiving, man. I like my burger with the Coke.
I'll agree to that. Strictly with a Coke.
Only with the Coke.
Coke and a burger. Come on.
All right.
That's where you get the flavor.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here, and it's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
All right, back here in Fulton, good game down the stretch, 50-49, Lawson State on top. And you know, the girls' game we had earlier was a nail-biter all the way down the stretch. ICC wins it. They trailed by 6 with 1:13 to go. They come back and win the contest. But the boys' game here looks like it's going to go the same way, just a nail-biter all the way down to the wire.
Yeah, ICC hit that game-winning 3 for Whitney Watkins. The Indians would love to see if they can duplicate that. Would love to get it a little less dramatic fashion.
Malik Tyson drives the lane, and he's going to get called for a charge. Good job there. And, you know, Adam, there he is again. Kendrickus Carlton on the defensive end takes a charge from a guy that has about 50 pounds on him.
And we cannot say enough about Carlton tonight. One, you have to think about how big he's been scoring defensively as well, but he's doing it also with the team's leading scorer in Madarius Hobson tonight, unavailable due to injury.
Absolutely. The team's leading scorer has been sidelined the last 2 contests. Love to have him on the floor with a 5-point game down the stretch here, but ICC right in the middle of one as Trevonte Doolittle penetrates off the near side, puts one in off the glass, and they've cut the lead to 3 points with 2:45 to go.
Only Doolittle's 4th point of the night.
Good job by Doolittle, though, showing up in a big-time situation. Man-to-man defense for ICC. Switch up at the top. Now Tyson has it, and he's going to come back here top of the key and reset. as they give off to Jakari Jackson. Jackson with 3 threes in the game. That's been his game so far. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Gets a screen. Being defended by Tyler Smith. Kicks over to Malik Tyson for 3 in the corner, and he drains it.
That one hurt.
Every time they've needed that three-point bucket, they've been able to pick it up. That's been what separated them so far here tonight.
Second three-pointer of the night, 12-point for Tyson.
So 6-point lead for Lawson State, 2:07 to play in the game. ICC needing some movement, needing to find something on the offensive end. Brandon Brown has it, 45 feet away. Now kicks over to Carlton. Carlton to the corner to Javante Doolittle, who attacks, goes up, and he gets one past the big fella. Jonathan Dorsett Morris cannot block the shot, visibly frustrated as he walks back. Timeout called by Coach Grant Pate. 53-49, Lawson State leads it, 1:53 to play in the contest. We'll take this timeout too, be back in 30 seconds. This is ICC Basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
The longer a person has diabetes, the more likely they are to develop diabetic retinopathy. If left untreated, diabetic retinopathy can lead to blindness. That's why it's important for diabetics to have a comprehensive eye examination with dilation once a year. I'm Dr. Laurie Cagle of Cagle Eye Center in Fulton. We offer comprehensive eye exams to provide diagnosis and treatment of various eye diseases. Browse our large selection of frames available in prescription and non-prescription. Call to schedule your appointment today at Cagle Eye Center in Fulton.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
Got a barn burner here in Fulton, 53-49. Lawson State on top, 1:53 to play in the contest. And couldn't ask for 2 more competitive games as we've had here between the women and the men tonight. ICC goes full court press. Home run play from Jakari Jackson. They had the opportunity to have a 2-on-1 fast break, but a good job by Jackson to pull out and run a little bit of clock here.
Yeah, very smart play. Had the opportunity, as you said, could have probably lobbed one up for a dunk there on the backside. Smart play to keep it and run some more of the clock.
Pass it around here, back to the near side corner. Jakari Jackson just buried a 3 in front of the visitors' bench, and that's a big shot there by Jackson. And again, every time they've needed that deep 3, they've been able to hit it, it felt like.
Yeah, that's his second three-pointer of the night, 12 points. And as you said, they live and die by the 3, and tonight they're thriving by it.
So they got the lead back out to 7 with 1:20 to play in the game. Doolittle from 10 feet puts one up. He doesn't hit the rim, bounces off the iron, and rebound is controlled by Lawson State. Well, you may have to think about fouling here. If you don't, you got to get a clean defensive possession, no doubt about that. As Brandon Brown is tied up with Tyler Jones. Jones forces one up, and I can't believe they shot one like that. As rebound is fought for, it'll be a jump ball call, and I cannot believe they shot that with 20 seconds on the shot clock.
I don't know that he shot it. I think he might have been trying, and I know this is going to sound ridiculous, I think he was trying to pass it off the backboard, see if he couldn't get the dunk off the big man that time, because he kind of looked at him and then put that just awkward shot high off the backboard that time.
No matter what it was, whether it's a pass to the big man or a shot, either way, very frustrating for Coach Scott Carter as they're trying to run some clock off. 53 seconds remain. ICC trails by 7. Brandon Brown will attack, puts one up off the glass, no good, and rebound is controlled by Dorsett Morris. So ICC don't have a choice but to foul right here as Jakari Jackson has the ball, and he's going to get fouled at the half-court stripe.
Yeah, tough break there because Carlton had stepped in front of that pass and took it away, but he didn't throw that pass if he didn't think he was going to get fouled.
No. So good job by Jackson to control the basketball, get the foul called. With 40.2 seconds remaining, the Cougars lead it by 7. Will have 2 shots upcoming from Jakari Jackson. First free throw off the line is good for Jackson, as we'll see Rance Champ check into the game. He'll check out Michael Crump. As Lawson State will take all 4 of their other guys, back them up all the way to the other end of the floor. So they're going to force ICC to definitely run an offensive set if they're going to score. As the second free throw from Jackson is up and good. Now push the lead out to 58-49 with 40 seconds remaining. So Doolittle picks up the basketball. Indians got to have some urgency to the offense right here as he rolls right side, gives off the Ranch Champ. Champ from 30 feet out launches a 3. It doesn't hit anything and goes out of bounds.
They wanted the quick 3. They got it to Rance Champ. As we said, he does have some pretty good range. Unfortunately, that time just couldn't find it.
Full court press from ICC. And again, now the ball's been inbound. You got a foul. Malik Tyson gets it, pushes it up the floor, and it's going to bounce off the arms of Mikael Faust and go out of bounds. Well, they had the press broken. They probably could have just stayed stagnant with it and gotten the foul call. They don't do so, though. And the ball goes out of bounds as ICC gets a gift and gets it back. Kendrickus Carlton penetrates, gets all the way to the goal, puts one up. It's no good, but he does get fouled.
Well, again, a great job. Well, we've sang the praises of Carlton all night tonight, and rightfully so. He going to be one of our nominees for a possible Sonic Star of the game at the end of the night, but he has played outstanding both offensively, defensively, and now we've got a technical foul here whistled on Lawson State.
Well, I was not looking, so I didn't see where the technical foul came from. So now that'll be something to situate. They're going to get 2 shots. They're going to get 2 shots for the foul on the shot. Do they get 2 more shots off the technical?
They do.
So it's going to be 4 free throws. Unsportsmanlike conduct against Lawson State. I don't know what happened.
May have been one of those where he might have said the magic word.
May have got the magic word off, huh? So Brandon Brown's first free throw is up and good. So ICC trailed 58-49, so that'll get them within 58-50. 15.8 seconds remaining in the contest. As Brown now gets his second technical shot. It's in and good as well. So now they'll allow everybody to come back in to get set up for the personal foul shots.
One thing we would always try to do in high school, and we got away with it a lot, was as they're bringing in the players, you kind of just walk around and send the guy that just made the 2 free throws back to the free throw line. I was a beneficiary of that. That's how I got most of my points in those situations.
Free throw specialist, huh?
Yeah, it's one of those, they call a foul on the other end, and I come down and be the first one at the line, and the official's like, all right, you're shooting.
Well, Kendrickus Carlton checks back over to the free throw stripe. He'll get his 2 free throws from the personal foul shot. First one's up, and it is good. So 3 consecutive free throws made for ICC, gets them within 6. Carlton will make the second one as well. So 4 free throws, cut this to 58-53 lead, 15.8 seconds remaining. Pass goes inbound into the corner. Trap is set up. Somehow Lawson State gets the pass off to Malik Tyson up the near side. Tyson dribbles around. He's gotten clear and finally get fouled with 7.6 seconds remaining right there at the top of the key.
Yeah, that foul whistle there on Crump, and just give credit there. Lawson did a great job that time of avoiding the contact as long as they could. Ran about half the time off the clock before ICC could commit the foul.
This foul will go against Michael Crump, his second personal, and that will get the big fella Malik Tyson back to the charity stripe.
He's got 12 points tonight. He has shot the ball once from the free throw line. He made it, and that one finds its way through.
First free throw is good off the free throw line for the freshman, Malik Tyson. The only freshman in the starting lineup, 6'4" guard out of Lithonia, Georgia, has a chance to put up the Cougars by 7 if he can sink this one. 7.6 seconds remaining in the contest. Shot is up. It is good as well. So 7-point lead for Lawson State. Lawson State sticks into that full court press. Not going to give anything to ICC easy. The Kendrickus Carlton drives the lane, puts one up left side. It gets blocked. It'll be controlled by Malik Tyson. That will run out the clock, and the Cougars of Lawson State have led it all the way from the 1-0 point, but it's been a battle all the way through. 60-53, Lawson State led the last 39 minutes of the game, but a battle from ICC all the way to the buzzer.
It did, and you hate to see it for ICC. They fall to 1-5 on the year. That 1-5 mark is just not a fair representation of this basketball team. They're still trying to figure it out, put things together, but they did a good job tonight, battling, just couldn't find a way to win it.
Did it in a game tonight where the second consecutive contest where they've been without their leading scorer, and Madarius Hobson. Hobson's a sophomore from down in Holcomb, Mississippi. He's led the team in scoring for 2 years now. They've been without him, and tonight, in a physical matchup, he's a guy that does a great job with the offensive rebound. He's always a fighter down there low, gets a lot of second-chance points. A contest like this tonight where there was so many second-chance opportunities, physical-type matchup, would have been nice to have him out there.
Absolutely. We're going to take a look at some Little Caesars instant replays from throughout the night tonight. ICC does fall 60-53 here in the nightcap. Let's take a look at some Sonic stats tonight, and let's start with the visiting Lawson State Cougars. It was Marcus Jefferson with 11 points, 14 points from Jackson and Tyson, 2 points from Jones, 5 from Clay, Faust with 4. You've got Dorsett Morris with 2, Breeden with 2, Hampton with 1. That rounds out your scoring there for Lawson. They improved to 7-2 on the season. For ICC, it was Kendrickus Carlton. I think it's safe to say he's going to be our Sonic star tonight. He's getting it done tonight. 20 points. You got to think he's possibly in range for that double-double. He was a killer on the boards as well. Great job defensively tonight for Kendrickus Carlton as well. He is our Sonic star of the game. He finishes with a game-high 20 points. Then it was Crump with 2, Doolittle with 6, Mitchell with 3, Smith with 12, Porter with 1, Brandon Brown with 4, and Shamar Brown with 5. As that rounds out your points scored there for ICC, they do fall to 1-5 on the season.
So you do fall to 1-5, but there are some positive takeaways. I mean, you're in a game tonight where a team that was, let's just call it, they were more athletic. They had more size. I mean, they were more physical. But you compete all the way down the stretch. You led it 1-0. They took the lead back. I think they stretched it out to 9-1. You fought back there, and then at that point, from the next 30 minutes, it was about a 5 to 6 point game back and forth all the way through. Eventually, they'll pull away and win a 60-53 contest at Lawson State. That is. But you know, you look at a guy like Kendricus Carlton, who did not start the first couple of games, but you've seen, especially on the offensive end, where they've been able to definitely find something with him over the course of the last week or so. You add Madarius Hobson back into that here in the coming days, and I definitely think you're learning some stuff about yourself offensively that's going to help you when that division play rolls around.
Absolutely, that's going to be the key, because it does start Monday night when Northwest comes to town here. So, ICC's going to have to grow up in a hurry. You got to think if you can get Mayday back in the lineup here. Carlton has gotten a lot of confidence in himself for these past 2 days where he's had to step up in that scoring role. So it'd be interesting to see what ICC can do. Of course, they do have to go to Gaston on Thursday night and then see if they can come back and rebound with a big win, wrap up the 2019 season in a positive way.
So a nice night for basketball here at the Davis Event Center. The Lady Indians knock off Lawson State in a barn burner all the way down to the wire. They win that one 61-59 after Whitney Watson knocked down a three-point basket with about 10 seconds remaining in the game. And the boys took over, a battle all the way through. They dropped that one 60-53. For my friend Adam Gore, I'm Jordan Smith saying so long from the Davis Event Center. This has been ICC Basketball on the ICC Sports Network.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you, wherever you go. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.